So Caitlin Clark this weekend is getting her jersey retired. We all know that it's a big game. It's going to cost you like $800 to get in. And yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be happy about that one. But with Caitlin Clark for this game, the usual, 22 being retired, she is donating 22,000 of something, $22,000 to charity. So, you can see right here from NBC Sports, Caitlin Clark is giving back to Iowa before her jersey retirement. The grant recipients include the University of Iowa's Children's Hospital, Coralville Community Food Pantry, and the Boys and Girls Club of Corridor and Special Olympics Iowa, East Central. Caitlin Clark announces $22,000 in grants for Iowa charities. And that's a big one. Like, that is important. And the amount of people, again, it's so funny that, like, the amount of people when Caitlin Clark donates to charity and responding, like, you haven't seen it on this one, but, like, on some posts being, like, only 22,000, that's nothing. Like, oh, she should have donated more. 22,000 is nothing to her. And then, like, that's so dumb. And then when it looks in the opposite way, like the video I made, I don't know which one comes out first, when Angel Reese, like, retires her mother so that she can, and then everyone's like, oh, why does this need to be announced? And people are, in fairness, are saying the same thing about Caitlin Clark. It's like two sides of the same coin. But, like, this is an objectively good thing. This is a good thing for well, everybody. This is a positive thing that players are doing, and it's good to see Caitlin Clark have set up this foundation when she was in college, and it's good to see her continuing to give back, using some of that NIL money. Obviously announcing 22,000 in grants, which is huge. After donating 22,000 books just last week, we're now seeing so many things. And the Caitlin Clark Foundation, January 29th, was when they announced it. The Caitlin Clark Foundation is doing so much for charities, and we saw it in the off-season. Like, on her birthday, she donated 22,000 books. And not only that, like, we're seeing with Caitlin Clark, like, on the 7th of July, Erica Wheeler has a charity pickleball tournament. Caitlin Clark goes out of her way to be there. Like, it was the only players in the team other than Erica Wheeler herself were Caitlin Clark and Lexi Hull. So Caitlin Clark's there at teammates charities events. Like she's there, obviously. Caitlin Clark and more charity given by her. What are WNBA players? I say there are plenty of WNBA players to give work for charity. And then at the same time, like, every single charity event that the Fever did, she was there. Like, the amount of times we saw Caitlin Clark at charity events throughout the year. Do you remember that video of Caitlin Clark at a charity event and, like, a kid tried to score on her and she swatted the kid? Didn't make sure the kid could not score. Like, I think that would be like, if you are a kid, that's probably would be one of your better memories. But yeah, like, it's a good thing. It's honestly, it's a great thing to see any player do this. And it's a great thing to see multiple players doing good things with their money. Like, it's so much better. Like, and the one thing I will say with the WNBA players that I do like is that you don't see them. It doesn't look like they are splashing crazy money on things, even though they are multimillionaires. Like, yeah, if you're seeing them at some events sometimes, like, a lot of the time, these players that are ultra celebrities are being paid a lot of the time or they're being given a lot of the stuff free that they're wearing, that they're stuff like that. And I think it's just good to see so many of the women's basketball players just having their heads screwed on. Like, you've heard it with their contracts. They made sure straight away, like, none of the top rookies were signing contracts without making sure their lawyers look over them first. But yet at the same time, the lawyers, or say not the lawyers, the WNBPA were really, really annoyed about that because they just wanted the players just to sign their contracts without reading them. And they were annoyed that they were getting lawyers involved. And that's the thing with these players is, like, we look at the NBA players and we look at guys making way, way too much too soon. And you're seeing it, I think, now with quite a few of the young players, the likes of a Dybansta. Dybansta, like BYU basically have a program to prep people for being pro athletes. They basically have a college degree in prepping pro athletes, which is what big reason, other than the money, obviously, why Dybansta chose to go there. That's the college degree they're doing, is basically a one and done basketball degree, this program they set up. Like, it's going to prep them for being professional athletes. And when it comes to the NIL stuff in college, these players, a lot of the time, it's like, they're like, oh, these players are making money so young that they're just blowing it. But now we're seeing the opposite. We're seeing players make money so young that a lot of the time now they're so young that they are learning more about it. And that the money they're making is exponential. Like, it's growing constantly. Like, they're not going from zero to being handed $5 million a year. They're going from zero with the way NIL is to a couple of hundred to a couple of thousand. Like, you're now seeing in sports, you're seeing kids being sponsored at a really young age. Like, not major money, but you're seeing small bits of money being passed around. So you're seeing maybe these players making a little bit of money at young ages. And then by the time they get to high school, they might be making in the tens of thousands early on in their high school career. And by the end of their high school career, in the hundreds of thousands. And then by the time they're in college, it gets to the high hundreds of thousands, maybe breaking into the millions, some of these top players. So they're not going from 0 to 5 million. They're going from like bit to bit to bit. So they're having money. They're a lot of the time, if you've got good people around you, like, you're going to be able to manage that better. And then you're seeing that with the likes of Caitlin Clark, with what she's been able to do, how much she's been able to donate to charity. And I can guarantee you Caitlin Clark is still worth, like, she's still got assets worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. But yeah, it's always a good thing to see. It is a really good thing to see, and it's always a good thing to see players setting up charities and all this type of thing. But yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys like this? Do you guys not like this? And as always, if you could subscribe also, that'd be greatly, greatly appreciated, lads. We are so close to 41.5k. We are actually only 3 subscribers off, and we're only +3 today. We're only 3 subscribers off, lads. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.